Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying this year's mentorship so far. We are now on week 3. Again, we have the curriculum written out, but not all the videos are recorded. So if you have feedback or want some specific questions you want us to go into depth, we could bake that into our plan throughout the year. So definitely let us know what you think. So week 3, we are starting section 2, and we're going to start diving into price action and just kind of starting to dig into the markets, how they flow, and different ways you could analyze the market to know which direction we're most likely to go, and whatever way really resonates with you is the one you're going to want to use. There's no one answer. I'm showing what works for me, what I've used in the past that I know works for other people, and you could take that in and figure out your own plan, because at the end of the day, you need to figure out what works for you, because we are all individuals and we're going to feel different about certain things. And when it just doesn't feel right, we're not going to produce the results that other people have produced with those type of rules, because it's those rules are fighting us, who we are as a person, and we're not able to stick to those type of plans. So back to week 3, let's dive into it. We're going to go into the basic of price action, and we're going to get into the charts. And you are also going to get in the charts for this week and have some homework to get into the charts and get comfortable with price. So the flow of the market, they cannot hide the the movement of price, right? There's certain times maybe they could trick you, but they can't do that every day. So your first step is to see that big picture of where price is going. And with that in mind, it's kind of like your North Star. It's your direction for the market. So if I go into the chart real quick, let me pull this down, pull this up. You may lose on some of these little ones, right? Or maybe you're still anticipating this going up and then it finally goes against you and you lose there. That's going to happen. We can't be 100% right. So I just wanted to clear that up right away. There is no 100%. There's going to come a point where they need to pivot, and that's where most traders get tripped up if they do follow trends. And you need to be able to kind of start to anticipate, okay, we're near this area. It's potentially going to pivot, but I'm still going to stick with the trend until I see otherwise. Oh, skipped it. But you need to zoom out. So on your day-to-day trades, you're probably on a lower time frame, either the minute or the hour, but you do need to go back to that daily and weekly to get that big picture of where price is moving, and that's going to help you stay in that bigger trend. So if you do take counter trend trades, you know you need to get out before certain levels, because if you are trying to anticipate certain levels to get broken, you're just trying to time the top and bottom, and that's how you're going to lose if you're going against the trend, right? If you're taking counter trend trades, and that is understanding them. And I'm going to show you some examples in the charts. What I do is I color code my watch list, or you could just title it different lists, or maybe your first 3 are this, right? But I color them so I know if it's blue, it's an uptrend, higher time frame. If it's a red, it's a downtrend, higher time frame. So I could quickly understand, like, those are my North Stars. This is going up until otherwise, and this is going down until otherwise proven, right? So that helps me quickly know that bigger time frame, and I don't have to zoom out as much unless I'm trying to check key levels and mark them up on my chart, right? So you need to start with one to learn many. And what I mean by that is your pair, market, index, indice, whatever you're trading, really just practice one until you understand your rules, your system, the flow, and then you can start introducing other pairs. And I'll show you a way to introduce other pairs in a way that is not going to be a completely different market where you just need to relearn everything. So in the future, we go into that topic and you'll see how to start introducing multiple markets. That is it for week 3. Let's get into the chart now. and start going into examples. So we're just on EU. Reason for picking EU is because it's going back and forth. It'll allow me to teach easier, where if I'm using ES right now, it's just a pure uptrend. So really can't really see reversals and stuff. So we're on the daily chart. Again, you could go to the weekly. It's just, you're going to have to go more back in time, right, to figure out these points. So I like the daily. You get the same picture. So we'll go into this area, right? We'll break this down, even down to here. We'll start here. So put a line there. So you can see we were in an uptrend and then we broke it. So where would we want to see broken to confirm we're changing direction? Well, that last swing low and up, I like to get that last candle and mark it off. So once this black candle finished, and I see that on the chart, I know we're going down for the next foreseeable future until proven otherwise, right? So now we're in a downtrend and we're going down. We have this swing, makes that high right there, comes back down, not breaking this. Then this printed, right? Still not breaking this low. And then this big candle came up and boom, we went above this last candle. So and usually the way I do it is it's a up candle for the uptrend reversal and a down candle for the downtrend reversal. Again, this may be a little too aggressive. It did break a little bit, so by my rules, it has changed. The body has closed above this wick. So right there, or you could just wait for that next one to fully go out of it. So now we're switched, right? And going up, down. And keep in mind, this is what started that downtrend. So when price gets to this area, all these wicks up here, this high that basically created in this area, we have to be with caution because that is a high, here's a low, and if we don't break above this, we're still looking for lower prices. So looking for buys, we're in the uptrend, and it went through with speed. You're still in that uptrend, and now this is an area where you could get tripped up. Because if you zoom out, you might say, oh, it's just reaching up there for liquidity. We may still be going down. But on lower time frames, just for this example, if we go back here, there's still moves to be made if you go down to the minute chart. So you could still be profiting on this uptrend. And then if you go down to the 4 hour, you see here, broke this low. Or you could even be a little more aggressive, this low. Once that was broken by a body, so this one right here, you could have started anticipating a downtrend to where? This low. If we're going to continue the uptrend, right? So you would want to be cautious around this area. Once price got down to here, and you could start saying either I'm going to wait for price to pick a direction, where you could see it kind of went back and forth, right? More low probability here. And once we resumed back below, you can anticipate we're going to go down to this now. And once it gets down here, again, you're going to wait. See, it kind of jumped around and it did exactly what it did here, down here, and started reversing. So this is how you could start getting that bigger picture of the market flow in your day-to-day trading. And then you start going to lower time frames and you'll know that, okay, I'm in between these zones. We came up, broke back below, but here's that next low. So price is going to be between this range, right? And I'm anticipating it to go down. and that'll help you get that bigger picture, know your North Star. So when you're on the 2-minute chart, let's go to the 5-minute. I think the 5-minute will let me go back that far. I'm going to turn these off so you guys don't get distracted by all this. 5-minute does not go back. We'll have to go to the 15-minute probably. Okay. So back to this area, we can kind of see it. So that candle that broke through, right? Now we're in that low trend, and you could, or that downtrend, not the low trend. And then you could start taking, obviously this is not a setup, but you're anticipating down to here. So on your little day trades, if I was on the 1-minute, maybe a trade formed in here. Then the next day, maybe a trade formed in here to go down. Here it's kind of chopping, right? So I'd have to zoom back out, see where we are with price. Yeah, and then you just play it out like that. Again, we're going to start going deeper and deeper into these topics. We want to start up here and slowly bring it in until we get to that fine detail, so everything makes sense from that top-down perspective. So that's it for week 3. I want you to go into one market. So if you're currently trading, whatever your main thing is, I want you to go on that daily chart, and I want you just to do what I did here as far back as time allows. So on the daily chart, I could go back to probably start here just because the price, there's a lot of gaps in data, but you could still see that flow and mark out the same thing. But I would start here, so 86, and play that game. Keep price over here, right? Zoom in and start to do that again, right? We broke above, we're in that uptrend, so until we below this, the majority of the time the market is moving up. Here went down a little bit, and just play that game. Mark it up exactly how I did it. Put lines, little zones, because there's no like exact line, right? There's always gonna kind of be these zones, so that's why I draw with the rectangles. And then just talk through the narrative, right? And explain price to yourself, and go through this until you've gone through your entire pair. You're not gonna finish in a day. Spread it out throughout the week, but try to get it done before you do start week 4's video. So hope this has really helped you start to understand price action. And again, next week we're gonna go into specific little handle zones and little formations that'll help you anticipate these movements a little better and give you like a more accurate zone where price can react to, and help you again start to refine on lower time frames. So see you all in next week. Hope you enjoy this one.